So, who is Kristi Noem? Because depending on the week, she's either prairie grit and heels, or a political brand deal wearing a badge. She's born and raised in South Dakota ranch country, the kind of place where your resume starts with,
"I've been working since I could walk."
Then tragedy hits. Her father dies in a farming accident, she leaves college early, and she helps keep the family operation running. Fast forward, she's in politics, tightly aligned with Trump-era energy, tough messaging, culture war posture, and loyalty-first vibes. Then the headlines start stacking, a dentist promo video that looks like an infomercial. A book story about killing her dog and a goat that triggered bipartisan backlash. And a powerful operative, Corey Lewandowski, repeatedly linked to her orbit, with romance rumors that she denies, and reporting describing him as an unusually influential presence. So the real question isn't, who is Kristi Noem? It's, how did politics become a reality show, where the stakes are real even when the plot sounds fake? Let's map Jezebel, clean and dated. A dentist promo video that looks like an infomercial. And Sa Jamun Anton Son Broad. A book story about killing her dog and a goat that triggered bipartisan backlash. And a powerful operative, Corey Lewandowski, repeatedly linked to her orbit, with romance rumors that she denies, and reporting describing him as an unusually influential presence. So the real question isn't, who is Kristi Noem? It's, how did politics become a reality show, where the stakes are real even when the plot sounds fake? Let's map Jezebel, clean and dated. Kristi Noem's story starts exactly where she wants it to start, South Dakota ranch life. Born Kristi Lynn Arnold, raised on the family farm and ranch, hardworking, rural, no frills. And that's not just biography, it's branding. Because in American politics, I can haul hay is basically a policy platform. And yes, she was also crowned South Dakota Snow Queen in high school. A tiara today, a national spotlight tomorrow. America stays scripted. She attended college but didn't graduate, and then life turned. Her father died in a grain bin accident. She left school early, stepped into responsibility, helped run the family operation, and the story becomes, I didn't get a fancy path, I got a hard one. She married Brian Noem in 1992, in Watertown, South Dakota. They have 3 children. In 2011, when Noem moved to Washington, D.C. to take her congressional office, her family continued to live on a ranch near Castlewood, South Dakota. A Protestant, her family attended a Foursquare church in Watertown. You heard right, she left her family in South Dakota to run the family business, and she plays around the country in cosplay from Washington, D.C. That's not a scandal, that's a real-life pivot, the kind that makes people respect you, because it's not theory, it's survival. Then comes the political climb, and eventually Washington. By the Trump era, Noem's brand becomes clear, tough messaging, strong culture war posture, and a clear signal, I'm on that team. And listen, in modern politics there are 2 job titles. Public servant or content creator with nuclear codes nearby. After 2020, she used language acknowledging a Biden administration, while also continuing to cast doubt on whether the election was free and fair. Then January 6th happens. She condemns the violence and says protests should be peaceful, and that's the pattern you'll see again and again. When it's hot, step back. When it's safe, step forward. That's not unique to her, but it matters when the job involves real power. Now, let's talk about Corey Lewandowski, because whether you like Noem or not, his presence in her story keeps resurfacing. Back in 2021, an outlet reported allegations of an affair. Noem denied it, forcefully, calling it a lie. Then more similar reports show up later. Again, denied. Sound like she went to a I Am Woman rally. This really was just gaslighting. But here's where it gets bigger than gossip. Influence. Later reporting describes Lewandowski as a major force around her, even framed as a de facto chief of staff figure in her orbit, with oversight questions about his status and role. And if your political advisor is so involved that people ask, so, is he staff? That's not romance news. That's governance news. Then there's the dentist promo moment, a public video praising a cosmetic dental business. It became a headline because it didn't look like public service. It looked like, Governor, sponsored by, Smile, Texas. And then the book story, Samartsim Shuri, Pinakstoren to book say. the chapter that sparked a national backlash. She wrote about killing her dog after describing behavior she considered untrainable, and also killing a goat. In April 2024, Noem received broad criticism and condemnation for a chapter titled, "Bad Day to Be a Goat," in her book. Noem recounts that she brought her family's 14-month-old female wire-haired pointer, Cricket, along for a pheasant hunt with guests at her family's hunting lodge. Expecting Cricket to emulate the older trained dogs on the hunt, Noem instead felt that Cricket ruined the hunt by chasing all those birds and having the time of her life. Cricket was having fun. After Cricket killed several chickens on the same day, Noem decided Cricket was dangerous and untrainable, and shot the dog dead in a gravel pit. Noem then killed her family's male goat, which she said was disgusting, musky, rancid. She wrote that in a book. A lot of people reviewed it before it published, and she made this statement, like killing the dog. That set off criticism across party lines and made people question judgment and temperament. Because leadership isn't just what you believe, it's what you do when you're frustrated, and what you think is normal to brag about later. So, who is Kristi Noem? For sure, she changes her look like she changes underwear. A ranch-raised politician with national ambition, a headline-heavy track record, and an inner circle that keeps raising questions, not just about image, but about power. If you want part 2, we'll do a clean timeline, policy moves, major decisions, and the Lewandowski shadow role reporting, dated, sourced, and organized. Subscribe now.